because both of them have just been shot off screen by two
Oh
different
my
snipers.
God.
By two different
Oh
snipers.
my God. So why don't you do the intro this week?
What's up, everybody? This is Sopran'Bros. My name is ZacTheRipper.com this week. As you can see, I handled that little bad boy along with Chris Walnuts. Again, this is Sopran'Bros. We are watching, reviewing, critiquing, Cushing episode 3 of The Sopranos, which is called... Chris, help me out here.
Oh, you don't know it?
No.
All right. Denial, acceptance. No, denial, anger, and acceptance.
Denial, Anger, and Acceptance, episode 3. First off, I want to thank everybody that has supported us over the last 2 episodes of Soprano so far. This has been incredibly fun. And as you can see, each and every week we are upping the bar and trying to get the show better with your help, your critiques, and anything we don't like, we can tell you to just piss off because that's how we do it. I do want to let you know that, I'm stoned. So this is going to be fun. As always. And my first note, Christopher, begins before the show even starts. My first note says, I've been possessed by the devil, ... and then a bunch of spaces, the deviled egg.
Okay. Well, there you go. That was my first note. Possessed by a deviled egg.
Yeah, that was, if I remember correctly, right before I actually started watching the episode is when I made that note.
Yeah, speaking of deviled eggs, I know somebody that goes to work and makes deviled eggs at work and then eats them. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of, but it happens in America.
Who does that?
So, names, I'm not a rat.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Big Pussy. You're
not. No. And I do have a note about Big Pussy that we will get to later in this fucking episode. But Chris, go ahead with the intro to this.
Hold on, I'm gonna elaborate on that later.
I had to. So yeah, let's get into this, man. So the title of this is, like we said, denial,
hold on,
anger, and acceptance.
Time out, Chris.
Okay. Time out. Okay.
I noticed that my second note has to do with the first one.
All right.
My second note is hats off to a great joke, Zach. And then I literally took my hat off. And and note number 3 happened in the kitchen.
All right.
As she rubs the rug, she says, "It's kind of a funny material." So I laugh. She says, "Why are you laughing?" And I said, "Because the material is kind of funny."
We're 20 minutes into this episode. Haven't gotten past the title. That's what you get here, guys. You're gonna get that.
So that's where
gonna get that.
That's where we're at.
So,
my next note is into the episode, so you can proceed. I apologize for the interruption, but fuck you.
So, like we were saying with the title, it's 3 of the 5 stages of grief.
Yes.
Which is weird that they didn't do all 5. I thought, but it is what it is. My name's
I didn't even notice.
So this is directed by Nick Gomez, and the original.
Nick.
Yep, and the original air date is 1/24/1999. Kids,
Nick.
That I knew you were going there. So let's go ahead and start with the first scene. And dude, if you guys are new to this channel, you haven't checked out the first 2 episodes. There's one person that I absolutely cannot stand. I hate him. And this dude, man, we talked about how I hate Livia, how I hate the priest. This son of a bitch, if I saw him on the road right now or just walking in the street, I would have a hard time not walking up and punching him in his face. Chris and his buddy Brendan Falone.
Oh, you don't like Brandon?
He is the biggest douchebag. He just
Come
reminds
on,
me.
Tone.
Oh my god,
Tone.
he reminds me of like guys that think they're cool at like the bars or whatever. Like, and they're not. Like, they know a couple cool guys.
Looking at you, YouTube.
To this day, I wish I could punch him in the face, and maybe we could set that up where we could cameo the actor.
I
or
tried.
something.
I can't.
I don't know.
I can't find. It doesn't exist.
And you know what? I'm fine with that because he shouldn't exist.
I think Thanos snuffed him out.
That's the reason why Thanos did that, to get rid of Brandon Falone. Brandon Falone. The episode starts off with Christopher Moltisanti and Brendan Falone dropping off the Comley truck that they stole that pissed Junior off, that they stole in the first episode.
Yes.
But the crazy thing is the Comley guys are pissed off.
I know.
Like they come out the building pissed off. And Chris says it's a gift from Tony Soprano.
Yep.
Then you go to, and I have in my notes, then you have Dick Face, which is Brendan Falone, snorting coke in the car.
This is crack, rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it.
Yeah, he is.
And he says something about like them not getting their cut from the score or whatever. And Christopher says,
well, they did the score and they actually did it really well. And then they lost their cut, and then they had to go back and actually give the truck back. So they got nothing after actually doing a good score.
Well, if you remember, and from the last episode, Brendan did that score on his own, and then they ended up shooting the driver on accident. You know, he started grabbing his neck. Oh, like I hate him. Exactly. I hate him.
I love him.
So he's talking shit like that, and Chris kind of levels with him and says, "Listen, you fuck. You are lucky Tony doesn't shove that cab up your ass." I checked. I don't understand what he meant by cab. Another thing I noticed by this scene is the absolutely awful generic music that's playing in the car.
I don't.
It sounds like
I didn't notice.
It sounds like music from like No Mercy
Diggity dog.
on Nintendo 64.
Nice.
Or
That
like,
sounds
you know,
awesome.
that diggity dog. Like, no. It's horrible.
Oh.
It's absolutely horrible. Go back and check it out. Anything you have about this opening scene? Okay, and then that kind of sums up what I thought about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a Brendan Falone scene, and this might be one of my favorite episodes ever because of Brendan Falone. So we go to Uncle Junior and another guy. Yeah, another guy that I can't stand, and that's Mikey, which is basically Junior's like right-hand man.
Yeah, it's his lackey. It's his bitch.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're sitting in a restaurant, and throughout the series, most of these food scenes are done in like Vesuvio. This is just a random restaurant. They're sitting there, and
I don't think they go back to it again, right?
Nah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't even remember. So Junior's pissed off because Comley tells Tony, you know, if you ever need anything, like he's basically like thanking Tony for bringing the car back. So Junior is like angry as shit about this, and then Mikey says that Junior should have killed Chris, and Junior says like, "Take it easy. This isn't a Western."
Yeah,
you know.
What I find hysterical in my notes here is that Junior is most mad in this scene that he spent $400 on Anthony Jr.'s birthday present.
No,
and I spent $400.
He's not talking about Anthony Jr. He's talking about Christopher.
That's even better.
Yeah,
oh, I messed it up.
Yeah. So he says, look, and if you listen, and this is what's funny, and this is Uncle Junior, this is what makes him awesome because he's so serious, is he says that he bought Chris a $400 surfboard for his birthday.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't mean surfboard. He meant skateboard. They live in Jersey. They're not on, they're not in California. Chris doesn't surf.
Does he
Like,
skateboard?
I mean, when he was a kid, maybe in Jersey, but a
Jersey?
surfboard.
On a surfboard?
At least that's my take from it. You guys, as Zach would say, even though we're not live, leave in the chat.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
You know.
Is what I'm trying to fucking say.
Like the 15 of you that are watching us.
15 of you. Thank you.
But it will grow. It will grow as
That's what she said.
As the movie is
Or
just
he said.
weeks away.
Or it said. Or they said.
No, just leave it at she. Anything else you have about this?
No.
All right, so we go to scene 3, and this is Tony and Melfi's office. Now, listen, the denial, anger, and acceptance. I don't know if you noticed, but each scene in Melfi's office is one of those.
I did not. That's awesome.
So this is the denial one.
So that goes back to Nick Gomez. Is that who directed this shit?
Yeah. So this is the denial, and Tony he's in the waiting room. He sees this painting of like a barn and a tree, and he's looking at it, kind of pissed off, like perplexed. So
that's the one thing you don't get Tony Soprano around a fucking painting.
No, you don't.
Do not.
He doesn't want to seem like he's being like outsmarted. You know, like
exactly.
So he asks Melfi if it's a trick picture, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "The barn."
He says it with like a little smirk, though, like he figured it out.
Yes, like he knows. Like you're not going to get me.
Exactly.
He's like, the barn with.
Yeah.
He goes, the barn with the rotting tree, and then he says, and he's insisting that it's a specially made psychological picture, and he calls it a Rorschach test, which
instead of
means Rorschach. But again, he's so like confident, like he's so smart here. And she's like, why do you think we would try to trick you? And he says that the people that make those tests say, "Hey, asshole, we are from Harvard, and what do you think of this spooky rotted out tree and barn?"
So I ask if anybody watching or listening to this is from Harvard.
Oh my God.
Please leave us a comment. We will bring you on Soprano and we will ask you if this picture is a trick picture or if it's you saying, "Hey, asshole."
Can you imagine someone
we
from
will
Harvard
bring you
is
on.
watching this?
If they are, I feel bad for their fuck it. Move on.
Something's fucked up with their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bunch of Nowinskis or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But she asked Tony if it's scary and depressing to him, and he's like, "Not to me." But it has it built right into it.
Like it could be for other people, just not me, right?
Yeah. So he talks about Jackie Aprile, who's now in the hospital. Like his cancer is really starting to take all the life out of him. And he says he's not worried because Jackie is so mean he will scare the fucking cancer away. So he's he's in denial about it. He's in denial. Time. No, it's not a big deal. He's gonna survive. And Jackie is like the acting boss of the.
And to Tony, he's like a father figure, larger than life, even though he's relatively the same age. Like Tony looks up to him. And
in my opinion, almost like best friendish type.
Yeah,
as
like
you'll see later,
he openly says he loves him multiple times throughout these first few episodes.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
So we go from that to speaking of Jackie Aprile, we go to his hospital room. One of the things I love about Sopranos, and apparently the nation did at that time, is that
we are the nation of domination.
Nope, not doing that one, but it's funny when it's not supposed to be funny.
Of domination. Living in color. Farouk is the man, so don't be dissing the brother.
All right. All right. So Mikey's being annoying in this hospital room. He's now sitting next to Jackie. Jackie calls him the Grim Reaper because he keeps talking about people with cancer and death. And hey, Jackie, make sure these assholes in here don't put oxygen in your line so you could die from that. And we see for the first time ever Rosalie Aprile, who will be a staple in the series. She's Jackie's wife, she'll be married to other, or when I
Oh,
say married, I don't mean married to a lot of different actors in this series. She's there. You can tell she hates Mikey. And then Tony comes in with that pastry box that I talked about.
Yep, this is the pastry box, and it'll go
got
up
the
right here,
fucking-
I'm sure.
Got the fucking pastry box in there.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, what kind of, like, what's your favorite pastry?
Shit, I don't know, man. I'm
This
not big
is-
on pastries, but I'll have to go with like a cannoli.
Okay, so we're gonna
You know.
do the first ever on Sopran'Bros podcast within a podcast. This is name your favorite. What is it called? I forgot already.
It's a pastry.
Pastry. Okay. Name your favorite
Italian
pastry.
cuisine.
Italian cuisine. Chris Wylde is Chris Walnuts is gonna go with cannoli. Zac TheRipper.com is gonna go with just like a lemon Danish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lemon Danish.
That's-
I love it. Like a real one, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's like Italian pastry, but you just said pastry, so
Fuck
that's
off.
fine.
It's
Speaking of fuck off, Mikey here.
yeah.
Tony comes in with Paulie, who for no reason, like they walk in and like I think Tony says something like, "Oh, there he is." And Paulie for no reason just that's what he does. Hesh is there and Silvio.
Love me some hash.
I don't like Hesh that much.
Really?
Man. He's annoying as shit.
She's
to
a
me, too.
peacekeeper between everybody. Of course, he's
Maybe-
making his money, you know.
And in this,
That's what he
in this,
does. But
in this season, yes, but later on he gets annoying. But
no future spoilers, Dick.
Tony tells Mikey that it's nice to see it's nice to see him in men's clothing again. And Mikey then brings up the Vesuvio fire, which Tony obviously has like hard feelings about because let's be honest, like they didn't have to burn down Artie's place.
No.
They were trying to stop a hit, but my question, I thought about this the other day, like why didn't they just kill the guy themselves, like somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Like anyway.
Don't worry about it.
So Jackie's like very happy to see Tony and the gang, and they get rid of Mikey, which he's even happier about. And that's when he says,
He's
"Thank
the Grim
God,
Reaper."
It's a good guy, but Grim Reaper over here." So Rosalie says she's going to the cafeteria, asks Jackie if he wants anything, and he says, and we get our first menu item of the day. He
Because
says-
remember, it's all about food.
Yep, he says a plate of brajol.
Brajol. What is it? What is it?
I don't know. We're looking at it. If they're seeing a picture of it right now,
Yeah.
right? But I have no fucking clue what brajol is.
So the Sopran'Bros food of the week is brajol.
Yes, the menu of the week. Brajol is the first item, and we're not done. We're not done there because before Mikey leaves, Tony tells Mikey to have Junior give him a quart of vinegar peppers that he owes him. So vinegar peppers, that's number 2 on the menu item.
Absolutely a Sopran'Bros like fucking food of choice, man.
Then you
Vinegar
get
peppers.
Yeah, there you go. But then you get Paulie, who again is brilliant in this episode, I think.
Chris, podcast within a podcast. Paulie's wings, whatever you called it, winging out with Paulie Walnuts.
Oh, they're big, dude. The winging out. That's it.
Winging out.
They're huge. They're huge. They're in straight up Paulie form.
Okay.
Here, and he brings up not stem cell trials. He brings up stump cell trials. So seriously, Silvio tells him to stop, and Paulie says, and this was so funny. I watched it again right before we came on, and it's like, I wish I could show the clip, but HBO.
For those of you that don't know, and I appreciate you watching our content and supporting us, HBO has been an absolute bear to deal with on YouTube. And I'm not even talking for monetization purposes. So we do not show video clips anymore within our show. So you'll
Not
see
until-
stills and things like that. But
Not until I figured a way around it. There's got to be a way around it. But Paulie, do you remember what Paulie says to Sil? Because Sil says to Paulie, stop. He said he didn't want to talk about the cancer anymore. Stop it. And Paulie goes, get the fuck out of here. So we get into a main plot story here. Silvio.
Everybody.
But Sil's got a Jewish friend named Shlomo Tettleman, who's having a family issue.
Look, I am not disparaging any name choosing by any group out there, but Shlomo, like that's like is that like the opposite of Sonic here? We have Sonic and Shlomo.
Maybe.
Fuck.
Well, Hesh, who's Jewish,
warns
Tony, like, don't deal with the Hasidim.
Yeah.
And you know what Paulie says?
Are you gonna hit it or would you like me to?
You might as well.
Paulie says, set me up again, Chris.
All right. So Hesh says, don't trust the Hasidim. Don't deal with them.
I seen him, but I don't believe him.
And he just looks over.
Now, look, I don't care who you are or what your background is. I have no problem disparaging my own background. I'm sure Chris doesn't either. All in the name of entertainment, right? This was hysterical. Like this was
funny when he said,
really good comedy.
Yeah, because it was coming from Paulie.
Yeah, he's so much of a jackass. Like,
yeah, he's just like, and it's kind of a serious moment where Hesh is like, "Don't trust me. Don't deal with these guys." Like, because Hesh knows.
Correct.
We go to next scene, and man, this season, dude, I can't stand Meadow Soprano. I can't stand
for a season you can stand her.
This season, I can't. Hunter Scangarello, like, we go to them singing chorus.
Did you say skank?
Might as well be. Might as well be. We'll get to that too. Meadow messes up a line. The teacher heals her for it, and they say it's because the SATs is the same week or something as this concert. Yeah. So they have no sleep because they're studying and all this shit.
And the teacher apparently didn't realize that.
Yeah,
she was like, "Are you serious?"
I don't think she cared.
Well, I mean, she might not care. I'm trying to just, play devil's advocate here. Remember the deviled egg?
The deviled egg gets eaten at work. So we go to Artie's horrible house.
Who makes the deviled eggs?
I told you I'm not a rat. So we go to Artie Bucco, who is
if anybody out there knows that's watching this, who makes the deviled eggs at work with Chris, please
not
leave
at my work. No,
not at your
my
work.
No,
just somewhere. They just make them at work.
No, yeah, where they work.
Okay, if anybody out there knows who Chris is talking about, leave it in the comments below. If you know anybody that makes deviled eggs at their work, leave it in the comments below because I would like some deviled eggs.
No.
Go ahead, Chris.
I could probably set that up for you. I know a guy or a girl. So we go to Artie's horrible house. It's fucking horrible, man. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
He's working in the garage. Like, it's bad. Carmela's in there with Charmaine. Mm-hmm. They're talking about their past. These guys were all friends when they were younger, as you'll see in the new movie coming out, The Many Saints of Newark. Tony's in the garage with Artie, and he offers him startup money because Artie's like, the insurance thinks this was done on purpose. And he says again, who would burn down a place? So in my back of my head, I'm like, does Artie know that Tony had something to do with it?
Oh, I absolutely think he does.
Because he keeps mentioning that.
And Tony. That's what pisses Tony off.
Yeah, because he's like, the insurance companies, it's suspects arson. And Tony says, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We go to scene 7 where we actually meet Shlomo at Satrial's as they have this business meeting in front of the pork store. Now, I don't know if you realize, but you know who Shlomo is?
No.
So he's played by an actor named Chuck Lowe. Now, Chuck Lowe, to you or me, in any other
might as
movie,
well be Chuck Alston,
Might as well be Chuck Norris. I mean, I haven't seen him in any other movies except for one.
Okay.
Goodfellas. In Goodfellas, Shlomo or Chuck Lowe played Maury, the wig guy. Do you remember Maury, the wig guy?
I do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, right?
So
But
he's not even Jewish. His name's Chuck Lowe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But
I've seen it, but I don't believe it.
They're sitting there. It's Paulie and Silvio, Shlomo and his son.
Silvio.
There it is. There it is. One of my favorite lines from this scene.
Yeah, there's probably dudes out there that get off on that.
Oh, you on what?
Me blowing smoke. Bunch of fucking weirdos.
I want to know what went on in your brain to make you say that. Like, what switch was?
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
All right. One of my favorite lines from this scene is the son's being a dickhead.
I think we're on the same path here with this line.
Yeah. And Tony tells Shlomo, like, let's get something straight here. He's in the carton and waste management business. And he is only here because they are friends of Silvio's. He then says, you may have a family problem I can help you with, and if I can, that will make me happy. And then the son kind of gives him a hand gesture, and Tony says, what's your fucking problem, pal? Like, but the fact that he's like, this waste management thing.
He constantly just,
oh my God.
Like, it's the most obvious thing in the world that he's not. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like
this guy's literally hiring him to do this job.
Yeah.
And he's still saying waste management.
Yep.
Which is
so
funny.
The son, they start speaking in a different language.
Hebrew.
Yeah, there you go. And they call Tony a golem, which I guess is like a monster that does somebody's dirty work, right? Last episode, we had Paulie and Big Pussy as the duo. This episode, we have Silvio and Paulie, and they go to the Jewish motel to meet Ariel. So basically, the Shlomo's problem is he's got this son-in-law the daughter wants a divorce from. The son-in-law said, I'll get divorced, but I want 50% of the motel. They don't want him to have shit.
Correct.
So that's why they're hiring Tony. They said if Tony can make him sign the divorce, they'll give Tony 25% of the motel. So that's the deal that's on the table. Paulie and Silvio go in there. They're dealing with this guy. He's hard as nails. He doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
Right. He's saying like he built this company. He's not giving it up. He needs to get something. Ariel says he's known
Do you
Shlomo.
work for free? Do you work for free?
Yes. Ariel says he's known Shlomo since before he had hair on his fetzel. What is a fetzel?
I know what he means. You're gonna put it on screen.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can.
Okay, wait. What do you think about this? What do you think about like wait, what's it called again? A fetzel?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What
What do you think
of
about
pretzel? I just don't.
Yeah, like a nacho cheese covered fetzel.
I don't know, but it pissed Paulie off because he slammed this guy's head on the counter hard as shit.
And he took the fucking bell and was slamming the bell in the back of his head.
Wham, hard too.
Wham. Yeah, hard as shit.
But before he does that, he says, "Listen to me, you weirdo fuck."
And the reason he's calling him a weirdo fuck, let's be honest, is because of the traditions that this guy has with the sideburns and the hair and such.
Yeah.
So to Paulie, he's a weirdo fuck.
And then Silvio, while Paulie is beating this bell in the back of this guy's head, Silvio is yelling at Paulie, say Buckus, say Buckus. And Paulie's like, why? And he's like, that's how you say nothing. He's getting nothing. And Silvio's not saying it as a joke. Like, he's being like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, if you say Buckus, like, this guy's going to understand. Like, oh, okay.
And everything will be done.
Yeah. So, actually, Silvio says that before he's beating him with the bell, because Paulie says, this is how I say nothing. And that's when he grabs the bell and starts beating this guy in the head. So, again, just any scene, dude, any scene with Paulie is
it's money.
Oh my God, this guy is unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Tony Sirico.
What
We go into Tony and Carmela's bedroom for the first time in the series. This to me is like a throwaway scene.
We saw Tony sleeping in episode 1. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't know if that was. It wasn't like a picture of the bedroom. He was just in the bed. It was like an overview. This is like the bedroom, like we see all throughout the series. Fucking Carmela is having a fundraiser or hosting a fundraiser at the house. Tony's pissed off.
Annoying. Yeah.
Oh man, she is something else in this one.
It's like, here's the thing. She has so much money and so much time, yet she's so bored. So she chooses to do these dumbass fucking things where all they do is like she spends money and money gets put back in her pocket and everybody comes. Just it's like, it's so fucking stupid. I don't know.
Well, to me, this was her like feeding her ego. Like they were at, because she tells Tony she wants the Buccos to cater it.
Yeah.
So she was just shown this shitty house. So now she wants to show off her mansion in front of all these people that she didn't work for at all.
Yeah.
Like she had nothing to do with. We get another Meadow scene. Tony's beating on the wall because they got some music. Again, horribly generic music. Meadow's trying to score some coke, or I think it's crystal meth or something to get them to stay awake so they can study. Whoever she's on the phone with doesn't have it. We then see Charmaine talking to Carmela about this menu that they're going to put together for this fundraiser.
Jesus Christ.
Carmela's maid is in the room, and Carmela calls the maid over by doing the most cunty hand gesture. All of them. Yep. Like The Rock. Just bring it. Oh, it's so bad. And keep that in mind. And the maid's name is Una, which is horrible too. I don't know. We go back to our douchebag buddy Brendan Filone doing chin-ups in the doorway. Look, look, guys. To me,
nothing's more 1999 than a fucking chin-up bar in the doorway.
And nothing's more douchey to me. Like wearing sunglasses inside is.
Yeah. And
doing, like, you're a douchebag if you do that. Like, I don't know. They're watching some show.
Why is he a douchebag if he's doing chin-ups?
It's just such a douchey thing to me. It looks like let me do chin-ups while we're having a conversation. Like I should have put one in my doorway so we could have this conversation about this scene while I'm doing the chin-ups. But
man.
He does have one funny line. Chris is watching something. He said he's seen it before. And Brendan says, well, why don't you have Tony check with Junior to see if you can change the channel? So,
well, why don't you tell Tony to check?
There it is. There it is.
Tell Tone.
So, man. Meadow and Adriana's there too. Meadow knocks on the door with Hunter. Chris won't get up, and Adriana's like, Chris, I got to go to work. And he's like, oh, yeah, restaurant hostess, some work. Like, put her down right to her face.
Like for no reason. No fucking reason.
So Meadow comes in, right? And she's, I don't think they have another scene like this in the whole series. I can't remember much between Chris and Meadow. But they kind of have like a brother-sister type relationship where they don't really like each other. So Chris is like, what are you here for? And she says, and when I heard this the first time, I'm not trying to be vulgar, but this is what I heard. She goes, I want a cock.
I need a cock.
That's what I heard. But she's saying, I want a cop, which means she wants, and I was like, what the Hunter's in there flirting with Brendan again.
You say you a wankster, but you never cop nothing.
Chris is way against it. He's like, "You're my little cousin, and your father pulled a bullet in my head. There's no way. There's no way." Brendan's still being an idiot with Hunter. They leave. Adriana's like, "You should give it to her, or else she's gonna
think you're a gangster, but you need to stop fronting."
she's like, give her the drugs, or she's gonna get it on from some people or some thugs on Jefferson Avenue. Is what she said. We go back to Jackie's hospital room.
I have a note here.
Go ahead.
I like the color of the walls in the hospital room.
Wow.
And sitting here right now, I cannot tell you what colors they were.
I think they were green. I don't know, but that's funny. That's the only thing you have for this.
I don't know. I guess
because a nurse comes in, and Tony comes in actually Tony comes in first. Jackie's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I had to take AJ to the hospital." Nurse comes in behind Tony with the real big chest, she starts feeling around.
Mm-hmm.
Grabs Jackie's dick or something.
And he's like, "Oh, hey!"
And he's like, "Oh,
what are you doing?
You're not my nurse." And then a real nurse tries coming in. Tony kicks her out. Whoa, look at that! Kicks her out, and the nurse, who's now a stripper from the Bing, reveals her true identity. And Tony's reaction.
Her true identity is her breasts.
Yep. Do you remember Tony's reaction here?
I got you, you cocksucker!
Oh, I got you, you prick!
Oh yeah.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
He finds it so funny. Like, it's very rare that you see him happy like that. You know, he was so like overjoyed. I got you, you prick. So we leave there, and now we get the anger part of the episode. So we had the denial. Now we get the anger part when he's in Melfi's office again. Now this shit was great acting, and it was funny as hell to me. You remember what happens here, right?
No.
So Tony's talking to Melfi. He's now angry about Jackie's cancer. He says Jackie has had chemo for 3 weeks and still has every hair on his head, and he has a beautiful head of hair. My question is, does he? Because I think his hair looks like shit.
It's thinning really bad. He's in denial. What stage is this? Anger?
This is anger. Ask Melfi. He looks at the wall and sees Melfi's like doctorate or certificate or whatever. And he's like, "You're a doctor. Like, what do you think from what I told you?" And she's like, "Well, it doesn't look good." And this is when he really starts getting heated up when he says that she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah.
He stands up. He brings up the painting. Or no, she brings up the painting and tells Tony the tree was not rotting out in the painting. Like, you know, you're obviously upset about your life, and that's how you saw that painting. And Tony freaks out and is like, "I knew that painting was a fucking scam. I knew it. She brings up the duck dream, asks what happens to a rotted out tree. Tony says, "Trees, ducks, what the fuck are you, Ranger Rick?" Then he stands up and says, "Fuck you," and storms out. So obviously, and this is my question: do you think that painting was really is this a Rorschach thing, like with the painting?
I honestly do think so. No.
Him being paranoid, because she brought it up really quick.
You're going to a psychiatry office. I think everything there is designed in such a way for such a reason to gauge people's thoughts before they even come in.
What I want to do right now, and for those of you that don't know, Rorschach test is an ink blotter test. That's like, you know, it's like I've never had one done, but that some psychiatrist will use with their patients, ask them what they see when they look at this ink blotter test. I don't know what the metrics are. I don't understand what, you know, but what I'd like to do right now with Zac The Ripper Comics is I want to do a little Rorschach test and see what you think these ink blots are. And let's actually start with the first one. Let's go. So what do you see?
I was not prepared for this. Hold on.
But you can't be prepared.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is we do it live here, man. Well, not really, but I'm very interested what you see here.
All right, this one. I saw something and then it changed. The first thing I saw was like a butterfly that had been kind of gutted, but then it changed into a captain from the video game Destiny. It has the head of a captain, like of the Fallen.
Okay.
because they have multiple eyes and kind of horns.
All right, so we're gonna go with that. That's what you see there.
Yep.
We'll go to this next one here.
Oh, okay.
What do you see here?
All
A
right.
little bit nicer. Get a little color in there.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. I see two healthy, breasty women standing at a coffee table
Oh shit!
with a bow tie between them. They're sharing a bow tie, and they have ink blots behind them because both of them have just been shot off screen by two different
Oh my
snipers.
god!
By two different
Oh
snipers.
my god! I did not see. I did
That's
not
right.
see that coming. Okay, so just to review,
Yes.
two big breasty women,
Yes.
hands on a coffee table,
Correct.
sharing a bow tie,
Yeah.
while they both got shot in the back of the head by snipers.
On different sides off screen.
Holy shit! Wow. Okay. Any? Oh man! All right. I don't know how to follow that shit up, but let's go to this next one.
Oh shit! This is fucking. Oh shit! So. All right. So, have you ever? So it's like Bigfoot, right?
Okay.
And his hands are all fucked up, but he's sitting like this. His legs are spread, and he's sitting on one of those popular dragon dildos. The rubber with the spikes.
I can see that the head of the dragon
It's up his
right
ass.
there. Okay.
He's spread.
This is so concerning that's what you see. Like, it's really concerning.
I mean, I think everybody would see that, wouldn't they? His
I don't.
feet are spread. His hands are fucked up. His head's real small, but this thing's way up his ass.
I can't. Next one. I can't do that. Okay. Well, this one. It's-
All right. So we have two people kneeling, and they have. I'm going to say they're both Jedis because they both have long cloaks, and it looks like they both have hoods, but it's like mine where it's hanging in the back.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
They're kneeling down, and they've been fucking shot so bad.
You could tell, yeah.
It's all over their cloaks, and their knees are both fucked up. They're knee to knee, they're hand to hand, and they were about to kiss, but Darth Maul, who has the double-ended lightsaber, just took both their heads off at the same time. Just took both their heads.
My!
Hold on. He just took both their heads off. That's
Well,
probably
God.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan about to kiss each other.
All right. Well, I don't know what any of this means, but I'm gonna say it's probably something with the red that makes you think of death. And I have nothing else.
Okay.
That's the first ever Sopran'Bros Rorschach test with Zac The Ripper Comics. If you guys in the chat or in the comments, what do you think these things stand for? What do you think about what Zac thinks that these things are? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Do you think you might just be a little bit too cushed up right now?
Let me know. Let's fight about it. Let's fucking have it out. You know, let's duke it out.
Whew. All right, back to our regularly scheduled.
And then we can
program.
ban you. You know?
I don't know how we possibly get back into the Sopranos after that, but Christopher shows up at the house the day of the fundraiser, sneaks upstairs, gives Meadow the crystal, and says, like, "Don't ever let anybody find out about this. I'll be dead. Your dad will kill me." Carmela catches them up there. It was kind of weird. I got a weird vibe.
Very
Like,
weird.
if I was
Carmela
her.
thought they were trying to fuck.
That's what it seemed like, and they, of course, and say
Like she treated Chris like he was a teenager.
Yeah.
It was very strange. Yeah.
And again, Brendan, no one likes Brendan Falone. So they're like, no, we're just talking about, Brendan want to talk me to her about Hunter. And Carmela says, tell that asshole to leave her alone. Because nobody likes Brendan. Who gives a shit?
I do.
We go into Artie's horrible house, his horrible kitchen. He's cooking. He calls Charmaine a hypocrite for taking their money when she wouldn't take those cruise line tickets in the first episode. She says, you're a cook, you're getting paid to cook. And then he says, name me another fucking person that offered us anything except the Sopranos.
Exactly.
She then heals him for squeezing our next menu item, that being quail. You're squeezing the quail.
I've never had quail. I remember Quail Man.
I remember Quail Man too. That's the only way I would know what quail is.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Still don't even know what a quail is. I know Quail Man put a belt on his head. Do quails have belts on their head?
I think it's a bird. I don't know, dude. So we go to this house party. One of my favorite scenes is coming up here. And it's not this one, but Carmela is telling people about the food. She asks Charmaine to come over to her, but instead of asking, she does that hand gesture. And Charmaine is just like, that's when it clicks in her head. Like, where I'm not the same as these people.
I'm the help.
We go to Paulie and Silvio having trouble getting Ariel into the trunk of their car. Obviously, he didn't. The bell ringing
to go in there
didn't help.
Yeah.
Now here's my favorite scene of the whole thing. Right here is Tony and Artie are in the kitchen. Artie's like preparing shit, and Artie starts talking about the restaurant being on fire again. And
what's funny is, as he started, I myself was like, "Oh my god, shut the fuck up!"
Yeah, it's getting a little old at this point.
Yeah.
Tony tells Artie he's sick of hearing about his fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
And says, "Shut up about it, you depressing fucking jerk."
Yep.
Artie then takes a piece of meat and
Probably
throws
quail.
it. I think probably gabagool. Throws it at Tony's face. He looks scared for like half a second, like, holy shit, what'd I just do? And then they start to have a food fight.
And Tony gets that closed teeth grin.
Yeah, and they're like, but they're like kids and they're having a food fight. And Carmela's smiling. But what I like about this is, and throughout the series with Artie's, I think, in my opinion, Tony's only true friend. Like, he's not nice to Tony because Tony's the mob boss or he could have him killed.
He's always honest with him.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Like, he'll throw a piece of meat at him, doesn't care. Like, and again, in the new movie, from what I've seen from the stills, young Artie is in it with Tony. I think
how close are they in age?
I think they're like the same age. I think they went to school together. Yeah, I think they're the same age. So
sweet.
I thought that was great. We go to Satrial's, the upstairs part, which we never see again the rest of the series.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Silvio and Paulie are beating the shit out of Ariel. Silvio has a meat tenderizer. Ariel still isn't budging. Paulie says, "This guy's a bull. He's a bull.
He's a bull."
Silvio says, if we don't kill this prick, we should put him to work.
Yeah.
The guy won't budge, right?
Yep.
Now we go to Tony at the Guma's house, his girlfriend.
Yep. The Russian. This is the proper Russian now, right?
Yeah. I can't remember her name, man, for the life of me.
But this is the proper one.
But he's like a kid. He throws her on the bed. He's laughing. He's like, "Yeah, oh." Then his phone rings. That was in my notes.
All right. Okay.
Let it out. Just get it all out.
That's interesting. I'm good.
So he gets a call from Sil about Ariel. Like they Tony, we might have to kill this guy. Tony says, "No, I promised I wouldn't." Tony then sees a painting on this chick's wall. It's of a pool and an empty chair.
Yep.
And he goes from being this kid with the So he's kind of pissed off, and he asked her about the painting, like, what's it mean to her? And she said, I don't know, David Hockey. Who's David Hockey?
I don't know.
Who
I
is
figured
this
you would have
guy?
looked it up.
No, I mean, no. One of the good things about this podcast is like there's some things that I'll look up that need to be for like the story. But little shit like this, I figure if you don't know about it, I'll
Just let the Soprano universe.
yeah.
You guys find it. What is? See, Did she say David Hockey, or did her accent make it sound like she said David Hockey?
I'm pretty sure she said David Hockey. That's what I think she said.
I don't know. I don't think it's David Hockey.
I think it is, but I don't know. Tony goes to Satriale's in his bathrobe.
Yeah.
Silvio is now eating a sub.
Yep.
I guess he went downstairs and made a sub.
Yep.
That's
a bowl tone.
Silvio calls Ariel a stupid motherfucker, which I thought was funny as hell.
We're getting to my favorite line in the episode and potentially my favorite line of all time.
Is this about? Oh, I know. You want to say it? Because it's probably my next one. About the Romans and the Jews? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Ariel says to Tony, talking about the Romans of the past, referring to Tony as the Romans. And he says, the Romans, where are they now? And Tony says, you're looking at him, pal.
Yep. You're looking at him, asshole. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Tony calls Hesh.
Awesome.
Hesh says, I told you not to deal with these guys. Mm-hmm. And then Hesh kind of tells Tony, like, well, if he doesn't care about dying, like, do something to him that no man wants done. Just telling him to cut off his dick.
Castrate that motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah. This next scene is real weird, but I love it. I love that. I really Charmaine could be a bitch, but this was great. Carm's putting over the food that from the party. Charmaine and now we get our next menu item because
another one.
Yeah. Carmela says, everybody. I was telling the Trillos about the Arsene, which is the little rice balls. I did look that up.
Arsene, okay.
Yeah. Charmaine's pissed off about the hand thing. So basically, Charmaine tells out of the blue, she says, hey, I really want to tell you something. I don't know how to tell you, but remember when you and Tony were broken up that summer? And then she's like, well, we dated and we slept together. And she's like, what I'm trying to say is it just wasn't for me. So we each made our choice, which is basically saying I could have this life if I wanted it.
Yep.
To Carmela.
Yep. Out of nowhere. Like Carmela's not aware that she offended her so bad.
Yeah.
So this just blindsides Carmela.
And
it blindsided me. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it was like she deserved it, man. Carmela deserved it.
Absolutely
deserved it.
She deserves everything that happens to her.
And the look on her face was just awesome. So before we get to this next scene, I'll take a little bit of a break for a second. I mean, you would say like we're best buddies, right? That's what you would say. And sometimes I like to, before we come on here, this is...
You talking about you and I?
Yeah, you'd say that.
Yeah, we're best buddies.
And sometimes I like to have my occasional drink, maybe some tequila or something. Terramana.
These days, it's all velvet ropes and posturing. I don't know about you, but when I drink it, I really like to kick back and be myself. Oops.
Whatever happened to men? Now they got extension cords, flower vases, voices telling you curb proximity. So many of them don't make any sense, and you can hardly tell what anyone's selling. Personally, I like eating real food. I also like drinking real tequila.
Whatever happened to best buddies? Now, everyone's got 762 virtual friends. A buddy is someone you'd share your 1,800 tequila with. No way I'm sharing this with 762 people.
1,800 tequila.
As Tony is now in the motel with Shlomo, and Shlomo, no, you could tell Sil tried talking to him, and Sil's like, I'm sorry, Tone. Shlomo's trying to screw them over, saying since Tony threatened castration. He's not going to give Tony anything, basically.
And he
Tony
said he
calls-
found another person that's cheaper or something, right?
Something like it was real weird to me that he tried doing this to Tony,
Yeah.
of all people.
It was like somebody came in it for 15% or some shit.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember what it was that he did, but Tony wasn't having it no matter what.
Yeah.
Snatches this dude up, calls him ZZ Top because of the gear that he was weighing. Sills in the background, just shaking his head.
That
the
he
whole
was
time.
weighing?
Huh?
Did you say he was weighing?
No, shaking his head in the background the whole time. Silvio.
Yeah, the gear he was weighing.
Wearing the gear he was wearing.
Mm.
You know, he had Tony eventually knocks off his hat. He calls Tony a golem, but Tony said that he's good. He said if he doesn't get what he was promised, he's going to shove that asshole son of his up his ass. So we go to scene 24 of this episode where it's Jackie's hospital room. Jackie they made him look like he was literally on death's bed.
Mm-hmm.
Tony goes in there like a proud kid telling them, yeah, then we tried to cut this guy's balls off. And Jackie's not paying attention to shit. He's just not.
He's in his own world.
He is talking about his temperature. Right? Yeah, he's mumbling about his temperature. I noticed that his hair is really fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
he's
on
lost
purpose.
a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can tell Tony now realizes like
this is it.
He's gonna die. Yeah. So we go to our old friend. Our old friend Livia makes an appearance as Junior is in her room at the old retirement community.
Livia, more like Dedia.
So I figured something out that in watching this, there we go. That in watching this, I never realized. Livia's the godmother. Like you got the Godfather. Like she's like the godmother. Like Junior doesn't know. Junior cannot. She
controls
decisions.
him. We said that in the first episode.
Junior is obviously pissed off about Christopher and Brendan. He asks her like, what should I do? I think he's putting up a picture of little fat ass.
Little fat
AJ?
ass son of a bitch.
Yeah, AJ.
Little fat ass bitch.
It's a t-shirt.
T-shirt coming soon. Little fat ass bitch.
So he's basically saying like he's got to do something about Christopher. She likes Christopher because he fixed her storm drain or some shit.
Yeah. So don't kill him because he fixed her fucking storm drain.
Yeah. She's like, her and Tony love Chris like a son, she says. And then Junior's like, well, what do I do? And she said, well, Chris could use some talking to. The other one, and then she just gives him that stare.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. Which
something about Brendan Falone.
Yeah, which when she says, I don't know, that means
don't know if he needs to live. Yeah.
And she says, Junior says to her, she has a lot of sense for an old gal. Olivia says, no, I'm a blabbing idiot. That's why my son puts me in this nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
So you get anytime anybody tries to give her a compliment, man.
Yep.
She's not having it.
Nope.
She can't be happy.
Nope.
She's got to be miserable, nonstop.
Not having it.
I wish I could find a way to get that song without the copyrights in here. So now we go to the acceptance stage, the final stage in Melfi's office. And he's talking to her about Jackie's condition. He looks sad instead of angry. And he said to her, it's like he's already gone. And he then says he's not afraid of death if it's for something. He goes, all the shit's for nothing. Why do I even think about it? So he's
get your money for nothing.
There you go. So we go to the final scenes of this. They're pretty impactful. It's Meadows' concert. She's high as shit with Hunter.
I have these choir cunts.
Oh man, Tony comes. So it's a good note. Tony comes in. He sees Meadow. He gets kind of happy, sad. Holds Carmela's hand. She takes it away because of what Charmaine said. And he's just like staring at Meadow, like and he said this shit's for nothing. And I think when he saw her, he's like, okay, it's not for nothing. You know, that's kind of how I took it.
It was very much a fatherly moment for him.
Yeah. We go to Christopher while the music's going on. Christopher is buying an ice cream from an ice cream truck, and Russians grab him. 2 Russian guys grab him. They bring him to a pier. They put him on his knees, put a gun to his head. He's, don't kill me. I don't want to die. I'm sorry. He thinks.
He confessed.
Yeah, I gave it to her so she didn't get it from the street. He thinks that
Tony,
because Tony has a Russian girlfriend.
Yep.
That he sent these guys.
Oh, you're the
kill him.
Guma. You're the Gumas guys.
So he shit himself.
Chris, real quick.
Yeah.
How much do you think true Italians enjoy my accent?
From a scale of 1 to 10?
Yes. Yeah.
Probably
10,
a 9.
10 being the best.
Probably a 9.
A 9. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Needs a little work, but
2 thumbs up.
They go to shoot him. Nothing comes out. It's a mock execution. So
welcome to my life. What?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But Chris shits himself, and they do some like, oh, ew, he shit himself. We go to the last scene, and this is my favorite scene of the whole series. Douchebag Brendan Falone is in a bathtub smoking a cigarette. Now you tell me, does it get more douchebag than that?
It doesn't.
Sitting in a bathtub.
That's the genius of Nick Gomez.
Oh my God. Just sitting there with it. And here comes Mikey. I'll never like another thing Mikey does.
First off, if you smoke cigarettes, you're a douchebag.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people that smoke that aren't, but I get what you say. I get what you're saying. You know. Like my mother, she smokes.
Oh, talking about
anyway,
his mom.
So Mikey comes in, and it's funny because this isn't like you would think this would be like a more gory scene or whatever, but Mikey just shoots him, I think, right in the eye.
Yeah,
and
just boom, done.
See the cigarette fall. He walks out, and
she's fucking feet. I hate feet. She's feet shake.
Yeah,
the body's dead.
Yep, horrible,
stupid ass, ugly feet.
Junior. Then you see Junior in the darkness, like a cuck. Like and he's like very happy. He's so pleased about it.
Yep.
And then fade to black. Episode over.
First fucking note right now. No pussy.
Yes, no big pussy is not in this. There's no pussy in this episode.
We had
all.
tits. We had tits.
Yep.
No big pussy.
Nope. And it's like, it makes you wonder, like, is that like a way of saying he's starting his work with the FBI? I mean, it's never mentioned, but it's just weird that Tony's best friend, he's had a big role in
no
the rest of the
spoilers,
series.
Chris.
Well, people watch this, they probably have seen. I mean, we're all rewatching it. Then that's shame on them. But yeah, no pussy in this is just weird.
No,
it's just weird.
That was my last note before the rating, man.
Yeah, it's really weird. So I don't know. You can go with your. What do you think? What do you
my rating?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go this week 4 out of 5. I honestly believe that this episode has a ton of the tropes of the rest of the series, and when I say tropes, I mean it in the most positive way. Like they're really developing each character's character and their personalities and their catchphrases and stuff like that. And this episode specifically, I think, is the first time where everybody's on all cylinders as their characters for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And there was shut your fucking mouth. There was just a couple of things that lagged for me in the episode, and that's why I went 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's hard to really, because a lot of these episodes are really, really good. But I'm with you. Like, there was a lot of character development in this. The only scenes I didn't like were the meadow scenes. I understood why they were there. I'm gonna give it a 4 to 5 too, because it was clever. Like the way they did the scenes with Melfi and Tony, you know, where he's denying, where he's angry.
I didn't even realize that. And I gave it the 4 out of 5. Like maybe now that you say that, it's a 4.5. Because that's pretty cool.
And Mikey dies. I almost gave it a 5 because he's dead, but not Mikey. Brendan.
Yeah.
Mikey killed him, but
it's fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm going back to 4 because Brendan's dead.
But yeah, four is what I'm gonna give it, man. And what I want to do right now is go back to our menu, and I'm gonna go over the menu items real quick because this is gonna be.
I'm getting a little hungry. Just so you know.
Every show we're gonna give you the Sopran'Bros menu, and what's on today's menu? Well, we've got some brajol. Again, no idea what that is, but it's probably appearing on your screen somewhere in this episode.
I'll take it as an appetizer.
I don't think it's an appetizer. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We've got some vinegar peppers.
Yeah, they're good. I'll take them.
Some quail.
Oof, that's got to be the entree.
Some archine, which is the little rice balls.
That's with the quail.
And then, do you know what the last one would be?
Those little ice cream cups with the wooden spoon.
I'm going with Chris's ice cream. Yeah, it's Chris's ice cream that he got before he got snatched up. That might be the most tragic part of the whole thing. He didn't even get a chance to enjoy it.
That sucks. And then he shit himself?
Yeah.
Fuck.
His night was, man. I'm going to get this ice cream. Yeah, literally. But think what he's thinking. I'm going to go get this ice cream.
Life's going to be awesome.
Enjoy it. It's going to be great. I'm going to demean my girlfriend when I get home.
Because he's going to get ice cream. So that place is good.
Yeah.
Because he's already leaving. You know?
I think it was a truck. I think it was an ice cream truck that he used, which makes it even funnier. And then they just scoop them up. Ice cream falls and
then poop falls.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Christopher at the next episode because he still thinks it was Tony.
Yeah,
that did that. But yeah, man, great episode here today. I'm really interested to see what everybody thinks about your Rorschach test results. Yeah, I mean, you know,
that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a older Christopher with some tequila.
Absolutely.
We've got our menu. We just didn't get any pussy.
No pussy. Had a bunch of podcasts within the podcasts.
A lot of podcasts in the podcast. But yeah, I thought everything worked really well, guys. And again, if you're watching and you're supporting, thank you very much. Zac The Ripper Comics channel, the ENN channel. Like, share, subscribe. With that being said, guys, I'm Chris Wylde, also known as Chris Walnuts, this episode.
I am Zac The Ripper Comics, also known as ZacTheRipper.com this episode.
Yeah. And we will see you next time. Take it easy. Oh, take it easy.
Makes me forget about soda. Makes me forget about iced tea. Ruby red grapefruit. All I can do, I've done. One love. Ruby red.
Let's pound it. Listen to that. That's good stuff. Ruby red grapefruit. Just pound it. If you're looking for the absolute best t-shirt to rock, it's not going to be the rock shirt. It's not going to be your favorite sports jersey. It's going to be the official Zac The Ripper Comics t-shirt. You can find this actual shirt along with a barrage of over 50 plus items at the Zac The Ripper Comics Teespring store. The link is in the description below. If you go on there, if you purchase one of my items, let me know. Send me a direct message on any of my social media and I will feature that in an upcoming video. If you'd like to be in one of my videos, please go purchase one of the shirts, one of the anythings. There's leggings, all kinds of cool stuff on there, and I will put you in a video. One last time, check it out, the official Zac The Ripper Comics t-shirt, nice and bright, cutting its way, ripping its way into your hands. Professional wrestler Zac The Ripper Comics can attest to a lot of things. What it takes to make it in the professional wrestling world. What it takes when it comes to bodybuilding and training and focusing on your body. And what it takes when it comes to ingesting the ultimate beverage. And in this case, as you know, the ultimate beverage is Polar Seltzer. It's a little dark there, as you can see. But that doesn't stop us when it comes to Polar, because if you want to be a champion, if you want to pose with the belt, if you want to hashtag pose with the belt, then what you have to do is drink Polar. Oh, hell yeah. That's good stuff. That's the show, folks. I want to thank all of my patrons over at patreon.com/ZacTheRipperComics for supporting the channel. Not only are you getting exclusive content that you cannot see anywhere else but on patreon.com, but you're also getting some awesome merchandise courtesy of our Teespring store, link in the description below. T-shirts, hoodies, fanny packs, dog sweaters, and even the ever popular ladies leggings. For everybody that liked us on Facebook, found us on Instagram, hit up the ebay.com/ZacTheRipperComics store for all of your comic book needs. And last but not least, hit the thumbs up on this video, hit the bell for notifications so you know when we go live or when we post brand new content. And last but not least, subscribing to the channel, as it goes a long, long way, as we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Until next time. Now that's a hit. Polar. And we're just gonna do one take.